not much time to scan the field. You have to find an open receiver.
And his throw is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's third down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. The lone setback is Langford. On 3rd down, Cutler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jeremy Langford, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts what you plan to do in the game.
Now it's Cutler. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Dumps it into the flat to Langford. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is not going to go for Bullock. It's left to the upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Bridgewater now. And it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On second down, Peterson. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Looking for his tight end, Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, I always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see what his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble.
In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Now Brown to add on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Check number 6. Check number 6. Single.
Now after the intercept, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A fake to Langford. Now Cutler. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. On third down, Bridgewater. It's caught by Treadwell. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Goldman continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Third and long for Bridgewater. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. On comes Josh Brown for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but Mike.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Throwing now, Cutler on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch.